Whether it's our beautiful singing or not, we just got cut off and kicked off of our first ever Instagram Live for music violation.
Yeah. Was that music violation?
It was a music violation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was...
It was either me singing the Kinks for my father, who thinks he's Ziggy Stardust, or Creed singing, "With arms wide open." Yeah. Well, we got kicked off, but now we're back.
We're back, and better than ever, Chris.
We are.
We were talking about our favorite camp experiences.
We were.
You talked about the time you taught the kids how to Cupid Shuffle.
Cupid Shuffle, otherwise known as Karen Novinsky's favorite song, Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did he go?
Gotcha.
No one really knows, actually.
No one knows about him.
What about you? What's your favorite camp?
Actually, my favorite camp experience... Well, the one I remember most was from a baseball experience. I actually went to a softball camp. It was a baseball camp, but they used softballs, and I got a ground ball into the eye, and my eye swelled up for about a month.
Wow, that explains a lot now.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I just put it together now.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Yeah.
We're Quarantine the Chris's. We did get booted off because we violated Instagram's music code. I guess Creed actually has more clout than Kanye, because every time we play a Kanye song, we get flagged. But apparently, Creed is the new Kanye.
Well, like you mentioned earlier, I guess they've been struggling so much that they got to flag us.
That's true. It's Father's Day. We've been celebrating Father's Day on this side for 35 straight years, and for 31 over here. Shout to my father, Michael Gardner III, who's supposed to be watching. He's not, so anything I say about him, he'll never know.
Yes, shout out to my father, who probably won't listen or watch. But I do love you. Thank you for bringing me into this world. Thank you, Mother, for bringing me in as well.
Yep. Shout to all the fathers out there, and thank you for all you joining us today on a special Sunday Father's Day edition. You can find us across social media at QWTChrises on patreon.com/QWTChrises. And we got a little TikTok out there. Shout out to Isabella. She just rejoined TikTok. She's our TikTok manager. She's also 10.
Oh, yes. Oh. And
Ryan!
Having lots of technical issues today. I think we've done this a time or two. 95 straight days, Chris.
Yeah, 95 straight days. Our community cause today and all week is Okizu.
Yes, Okizu. While Okizu's summer childhood cancer and family camp is unable to physically share their home away from home with campers this summer, the camp will still be committed to bringing recreation, respite, mentoring, and peer support to campers virtually, Chris.
Okizu needs everyone's support to make camp special for all kids and their families affected by cancer. It does start on June 29th, but you can volunteer virtually if you'd like to be a camp counselor on the good old Zoom for half day, full day, or 3 days. Go to okizu.org or at Okizu, Okizu on Instagram. Or also you can donate. How can they donate?
Yes, you can go to okizu.org to donate. You can actually click in our story to donate. We are partnering up with Okizu for No Hair for Care. We'll be raising funds so that it looks similar to like him.
Yep.
Anyone else who wants to join in on the cause and shave their hair and donate to Okizu, join in with us. We will be embarking on this journey for some time, Chris.
Yes, and we do have to pay the bills. Our sponsor today is Cafevo.
Cafevo, where craft coffee experience and wellness meet. Cafevo is organically grown coffee in sustainable rainforests, hand-picked at high elevations, and roasted in small batches. It smells lovely.
What makes Cafevo unique is their multi-patented healthy roast process that retains most of the naturally occurring antioxidants in this bad boy, found in usually unroasted green coffee without any additives or preservatives. This was built out of cancer prevention from our new friend Jeff, who came all the way to our apartment for some reason to drop it off. So shout out to you, Jeff. We appreciate you.
Jeff.
Go to @Cafevo_antioxidant_coffee.
Yes.
Cafevo antioxidant coffee. There's a lot of underscores.
Yes.
We're trying to get them to change that. Or go to motivefoods.com/Cafevo. Cafevo, CAFFEVO.
Yes. According to one Goldfeather, it's actually the best coffee she's ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, shout to Goldfeather, who no longer is accessible on the internet.
Yes.
We have a question already. How do you keep the mosquitoes away while at camp? You know what? I think Ryan, can you get someone to answer this question?
Yes. Ryan, bring someone in to answer this question.
Shout to Benjamin Handelman, who is going to be a daddy himself soon.
Wow, congrats Ben, for being a father soon.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Anytime now, Ryan. Ryan, happy Father's Day. I know you got a baby somewhere.
Oh.
Hello.
Uh,
Wait,
hold on a second.
Ryan.
Oh,
Ryan.
did I do it wrong? Oh.
We started at the wrong part because Ryan's smart and he doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, we're live. What's up, Chaos?
Hi guys, how are you?
We're
Good.
doing great.
How are you doing?
Good. I think did I accept at the right time? Were you trying to get someone else? Are you all good?
We were. Ryan had he had a secret guest today, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. He was.
fun.
Yeah, but we're
I
happy
can
to
think.
see
Do you want me
you.
to leave and come back?
You know what? Honestly, I'd like Ryan to leave and never come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did have a question for you. Someone had asked.
A question in advance. How do you keep the mosquitoes away while at camp?
Oh, well, I think the easiest answer to that would be bug spray. We have tons of that at camp, but sometimes that doesn't quite work, so you have to come up with your own kind of techniques. So at Camp Okizu, we have a few remedies. Number one is just staying, they really like the shade, and so that's hard. So being out in the sun, but wearing protective sunscreen, and sometimes that sun can keep those bugs away as well. But when you want to stay protected from the shade, definitely bug spray is good, and just watching out for one another. You may feel like someone go like that on your arm, but keep those mosquitoes away, guys. They're not.
Yeah, you know what? Listen to Keely Batmale. She knows what she's talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Batmale. Yeah. Not to be confused with Paul Mall. The
I have an Uncle Paul too, so I.
Oh,
Uncle Paul.
I do as well. We're on with Keely, also known as Chaos at Camp Okizu. There's questions flying in from around the world. If anyone has any question for Keely all the way in the Bay Area, there's a question mark box below. It's much easier to see than the comments. This one, we're going to run with it, Ben. A man in Milwaukee asks, have you ever kissed someone at camp? I'm assuming that means while you were a camper and someone who was also at camp, maybe? I don't know.
No, at Okizu we like public displays of affection, or public display of like you can hug someone but not no PDA.
No PDA. That's actually how I still live my life.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. But you've been at Okizu. How many years have you been a camp counselor there?
I've been at camp for 10 years now, so it's been a little bit that I was a camper for 5, and now I've been a counselor for 5 or 6. I can't remember. I was a junior staff too, so I'm like.
Oh wow.
That's amazing. And how do you, and I know you also go on Instagram Live as well with Okizu and the campers. How has that been? Is there a lot of reception, like a lot of numbers, attendees? That really wasn't a question.
Yeah, it's been super fun. I just started it when quarantine started. I call it Chit Chat with Chaos. And I just bring in some fun counselors. And it's basically just a way for people just to take a break and see camp just because we're not all there physically. And I've had some really cool counselors on as guests. And we even interviewed some other camps just throughout the country that also help kids with cancer. And cool. So I've gotten to know our campers a bit more, and they've gotten to know me maybe a bit more than they wanted to, but I'm on there every Saturday, so it's been a good time. And
That's
I
awesome.
like your guys' talk show, and I've learned so much too. So it's been a bummer to be in quarantine, but it's fun to make new friends and see new things. So thank you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's been nice to make new friends as well. How did you get the nickname Chaos?
Oh, well, at Camp Okizu, we have camp names for all of our counselors, and sometimes the kids even make up camp names themselves. And so I got the name Chaos when I was a camper. I want to say 16, and I was just causing a lot of chaos in my cabin and around the camp. And one of the counselors started calling me Chaos, and it caught on like that week I was at camp, which was maybe in early June. And then I came back. We go for 7 weeks in the summer, and I came the very last week of camp to volunteer because at 16 and 17 you can volunteer as a gypsy, which is like a dishwasher, just helping like the camp save money, and you can be at camp and have fun, but also wash dishes and help out. And I hopped off the bus, and everyone was like, "Hey, Chaos," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Kind of stuck. But there's some really cool names at camp, so you guys got to come up with your own camp names too. It'll be a fun time.
His friend who went to Camp Okizu throughout his youth, is Quacky.
Quack. Well, that was his counselor name, I believe.
Quacky.
Quacky. Because
Quacky.
Yes.
Quacky. Oh, I believe it. There's some really kooky names out there.
There's yes, just go with the flow. Actually, like once you get the nickname, you just go with the flow. Is that correct?
Totally. We probably even have a counselor named Go with the Flow. I know we have a Flow. So.
Oh. Cheers to her.
Oh, cheers to Flo.
Yeah.
And I threw my hat in the ring to virtually be a counselor. Any tips and or nudges you could give the people who make these decisions?
Yeah, absolutely. So at Camp Okizu, I think our biggest thing is just having a warm, welcoming, and inclusive environment. So one thing as counselors we like to do is just kind of bring that positive energy along with the inclusiveness. I know it's going to be a bit different on screen than it would be in person, but just making sure that all the campers feel welcome, and we're singing some songs and maybe have some coffee beforehand. You guys are always full of energy, so I have no doubt you guys are going to be great.
We appreciate that. So you think someone named Chris, who's done a live thing 95 straight days and has had kids as young as 10 multiple times in the program, would probably be a good selection, right, Sarah? I mean, Chaos. I'm sorry.
I would say to Sarah, who may be watching, that yes, these two Christmas would be a great selection.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chaos.
What events do we have planned for camp this summer?
Oh, I'm so excited for camp this summer virtually. Let me tell you, Chris, we have a lot of events that usually take place at camp are taking place virtually. For example, I heard you talk about going to your baseball camp as a kid, and we actually have baseball lunch at Camp Okizu where we turn the whole lodge into like a baseball game, and we like throw the food at the kids and bring out soda, and we play a game and have like the 7th inning stretch, and that's all going to be done virtually. That's one thing that we just cannot skim from camp this summer. We had to scrape and scratch a few things here and make it as fun as possible, but baseball lunch is a crowd favorite. So that will be there, as well as some campfires and telling skits or showing skits and telling jokes. And what else are we going to have? We may not be kayaking physically in the lake.
That might be difficult to do virtually, but we could try. We could.
You guys look like you're at the waterfront right now. Look, yep, there we go. And
we're in the meadow.
Yeah, we're in the meadows.
Love it. Love to see it. Finding your way to a river. So yeah, I think another big thing if you're applying to work this summer at Okizu and just volunteer with us is just bringing that, be flexible, be adaptive to the environment, and just turn it into whatever it can be. Make the kids feel like they're at camp even when they're in their own home.
Yeah. So, that's great. And we're on live with Chaos, also known as Keely, Batmale in the Bay Area. We're quarantined the Chris's in Los Angeles. Now, Keely, you had mentioned, obviously you were a junior and now a senior camp counselor, but you also attended Okizu camp in your youth. Can you tell us about your Okizu story and your experience as a kid?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I started going to camp in 2010. My younger sister, she's not home right now, but she was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, otherwise known as ALL leukemia. And then maybe just a few days later, she was treated at UCSF in San Francisco. And these nurses came in and social workers, and they were like, hey, we have this camp that's super cool. And it actually focuses on supporting families affected by childhood cancer. And your family can come to this camp and just kind of get that peer support from other people who are going through the same thing or similar things, not all the same. But any type of childhood cancer, whether it be leukemia, neuroblastoma, osteosarcoma, just kids with cancer. And sadly, there is quite a few cancers out there that affect children too. But Okizu is that place where you can just kind of go and escape tensions going on at home and all the stress. And it was super fun. My family, we went Memorial Day to family camp, so I got to see them. We do day programs with the kids while the parents go to discussion groups, and they get a break from themselves and just kind of get to talk and be adults while talking about their experiences. And the kids just go have fun. We're like at the ropes course. We're saying we're going to the waterfront.
Yeah, I want to go there right now.
Yeah, it's so fun. And the counselors just make it so much, like 10 billion times better. And so we did that, and then I actually ended up going to summer camp with my other siblings. So we have four different week-long sessions of siblings camp in the summer and 3 week-long sessions of oncology camp. And so they separate the patients and the siblings, 2 differently geared programs, but still very similar. And so I went to the siblings camp and made some great friends and just kind of got a break, but got to be myself again. And I just loved it. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it, and I've talked about it a million times, but it just makes you feel special as a kid to know that you're loved and there's people going through the same thing. So super cool. And then my counselors made such a positive impact in my life that I wanted to go and volunteer and be a counselor too.
Oh, that's neat. What is some of the feedback you've received from your the kids as a counselor?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. It's been fun because some of the kids that I had as a counselor, some of my campers, I was actually a camper with, especially when I was like 18, 19. I like
Oh, that's cool.
was campers with these kids, and then I transitioned, and I'm like, I'm in charge of you now, and they're like, oh, this chick. But no, it's been a really good time.
Funny.
And I loved the past few summers that I've been there. I've been like overseeing more of the junior staff. Like I was like the dishies and the junior volunteers, and just kind of being that positive mentor for them and a role model that they can look up to. And I guess the best way I can, what
Right.
that entails at camp is just kind of showing them leadership and giving them leadership skills that they can use when they come into that counselor role. And just kind of also being a counselor, you just want to be a confidant for those kids. And these kids just really, really need positive adult role models to be looking up to. And what better place is that to happen than at summer camp, where you can go and have fun while doing that too.
Right on. So how does it feel to be a head dishwasher now?
Ooh.
Oh, calling me, I'm so elite. I washed so many dishes at camp. It's not even funny, but you got a system down after a while, and they have the full like what's it called, like a restaurant kitchen at camp. Like it flows and it goes, and usually there were like 3 of us, so one person would be stacking the dirty dishes and then washing, and then you put them in the machine, and then you're at the drying rack. And if you communicate and if you're on one another and in the routine, then it goes pretty quickly. And the dishwashers also, we do homemade ice cream at camp. We have these ice cream balls where the kids can just come up. You may be boating or doing arts and crafts, whatever maybe, you can come take a break and you get to make your own ice cream up by the lodge. And it's really nice because it gets really hot in the middle of California in the middle of summer.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I want all the ice cream
All
right
ice
now.
cream.
I could be in a bathtub of ice cream right now and be perfect.
It actually feels
I
really,
would
really
agree.
nice.
Yeah.
Is there going to be like an ice cream pack as a part of the take-home backpack kit this year?
Yeah, good.
Oh my gosh, I think maybe they'll send out some ingredients because it's really just sugar, vanilla, and maybe you get your own
Right.
milk.
You could put like that, like, you know, like, have you ever had space food before? They
Yeah.
have like they have
the
ice cream
dehydrated.
sandwich space food. It tastes like chalk, but it's still an ice cream sandwich.
Ooh.
There you go. It still has fiber in it and protein, all the nutrients.
Right. Yeah.
There
If
we
Bob
go.
and
and Doug.
Doug can eat it, then we can too.
Yes, the Chris's can eat it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, Keely, when you're not at Camp Okizu, you're also helping rear a young man named Jack.
Oh, yes, I am. I nanny a 9-month-old. His name's Jack. I adore him. He's super sweet. He's in San Francisco with his parents right now, probably celebrating Father's Day. But I do.
Yeah. Smart man.
FOMO.
Yeah.
Yes.
Father,
We're lucky enough to meet Jack when we FaceTime.
We were lucky enough to meet Jack, and your excuse to get out of going anywhere actually all summer.
Yeah.
Except
I think it's a good quarantine excuse just when people may not want to be social distancing, but I'm just trying to keep this baby safe, and so it's just an easy way to say like, hey, I got to keep them safe. So
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's Father's Day. I know you're at home, and are you celebrating Father's Day by doing a family TikTok with Grandpa?
Oh my gosh, I hope so. I'm actually headed over. We're gonna do a barbecue outside with my grandpa, and I'm headed there right after this. So we shall see. But
Can you do like the like? Yeah, that one.
We'll try. I don't know if we'll see. I'm gonna get my younger cousins to do one for sure. They're 9 and like 12, I would say.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited. I love TikTok. I need to stop with TikTok, but
Keely, we've been asking you a lot of questions, and we've been talking about Okizu all week. Is there any final note about Okizu that you could discuss for someone who has never heard of Camp Okizu, how people can help who are viewing right now, whether it be financially or with their time?
yeah, absolutely. I think the best way to put Okizu into just as few words as I can without rambling on for an hour about how great it is it just makes these kids feel special. They give these kids a place that they would not have otherwise. Dr. Mike, who actually helped found the camp back in the 1980s, he often says that when kids are in a hospital, whether you're a parent or the child who's sick or the sibling, and you see a sign that says, come to this support group, you can talk about your feelings. No one's really going to want to go to that. And there might be a few, and it's nice to get it out. But there is a whole place where you can go called Camp Okizu, and you can go to the waterfront, and you can go fishing and do archery and eat meals with new friends, and go sleep in your cabin and sleep outside and under the stars and have all these things and do this fun. And then with little sprinkles of like therapeutic talks here and there, if the kids are open to it, but it's not pushed on them, like talk about your feelings. But it's like you go to camp and like all the weight is lifted off your shoulders, and it gives these kids just such a relief and such a special place to be themselves and just kind of connect with others. So if you can volunteer, please, please, please do so. We need all the volunteers in the world, and donations, especially right now during the coronavirus and everything. We had to cancel a few fundraisers. So if you can donate and help us out for this virtual summer, it's going to be a really good time. Thank you guys for applying to volunteer. I'm super stoked to see you this summer.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
It'd be great. Well, thank you, Chaos, for having a chaotic yet enlightening experience with the Chris's today.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
Father's Day to all of the fathers you'll be celebrating, and we can't wait to see them on TikTok later today.
Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. All right. Have a good night. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chaos.
Bye.
Wow, that was great.
That was fun.
That was Keely Batmale, all the way in the Bay Area. And she's a camp counselor at Okizu. We've been discussing Okizu all week, our community cause of the week. Your friend went to Okizu.
Yes, my friend Danny, who was on the program on Tuesday, went by the name Quacky because he made up duck calls.
Quack.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Uh,
Quack. Quack. Quack.
Yeah. He said that going to Okizu just made him feel just like a normal kid, being able to connect with other kids going through the same experiences that he went through, and help him out with the peer support there. So shout out to Okizu. Summer camp's coming up, Chris.
Yeah, summer camp at Okizu starts virtually on June 29th. Check them out on the Instagram at Okizu, Okizu, where you can find out more information about volunteering virtually for half day, full day, or 3 days. We are trying to do that. And also, we are raising money for them with our GoFundMe, No Hair for Care, to shave off this man's luscious 4-year-old locks. He also handed me a piece of his hair yesterday.
I did cut a little bit of it. It's a little shorter up here.
Weird. But go to the link in our bio in the link tree to our GoFundMe. Thank you for those people who have supported already. We've raised over $300 to date. We're trying to get to $100,000.
Almost there.
Almost there.
We're almost there.
Right on the cusp.
We're so close to getting there.
Yeah.
All it takes is one donation of 999,907. There's a 7 in there somewhere.
Close.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, I need to go to camp to do some math.
Yeah. Shout out to all the fathers out there, including Michael Gardner III and DJ Jensen.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day to all of you. We appreciate you viewing today. We have to pay the bills one more time before we go.
Yes. Cafevo antioxidant coffee.
Go to Cafevo_antioxidant_coffee. Basically, just go to Amazon, type CAFFEVO, and purchase a wonderful bag of antioxidant coffee. 200% more than in green tea.
Yeah. It's caffeine evolved.
Caffeine
Yeah,
evolved.
that's how they got the name Cafevo.
Yep. We're according to the Chris's. We do this every day. That ends in 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A very special edition of the program because she has not confirmed yet, but basically she has no choice because I'm going to send her this clip. Shout out to Karen Dubinsky.
Oh, hey Karen, see you tomorrow. Thanks for being with us today. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
You're in your place and you know where you are. In your Shangri-La. Sit back in your rocking chair. You need not worry, you can't go anywhere.